So I've been on a holiday. I haven't really managed to play TF2 for 2 weeks. Somehow I haven't really lost too much of my skill, and I've joined the game and I did decently well for my own usual standards. And today I just felt like I'm doing another video because I am long due to make another video, so I felt like doing a tutorial on nothing other than my favourite spy watch in TF2, the Dead Ringer. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my Dead Ringer tutorial. So, the Dead Ringer. Why would you want to equip it over any of the other watches? Well, first of all, it allows you to fake your own death. Of course, it's the main gimmick of the watch, and it allows you to fake your own death. You bring it out, get damaged, and it leaves a corpse, fake message in the kill feed, fake thing in the scoreboard. Looks convincing. So again, this can get you out of a lot of bad situations. Just in a bad situation, caught off guard, bring out the Dead Ringer and you can escape. It's good to use it to get out of bad situations. And the other cool thing about it is that it can give the enemy a false sense of security. If your Dead Ringer convince them and they think you're dead, they're convinced that you're dead, it can give them a false sense of security, and that can give you a really good opportunity to sneak up on them when they think you're dead. Also, upon activation, the Dead Ringer gives you some resistances. It gives you and also gives you complete afterburn immunity plus a speed boost for a couple of seconds after you activate it. And this is another reason why it's really good at getting out of sticky situations, and that's what it's really designed for now. But first of all, what's not so hot about equipping the Dead Ringer? Well, first of all, it replaces your ability to cloak at will, and some people may not think this is that great, but it really is. And being able to cloak at will makes it easier to sneak around enemies without them knowing. There are, of course, other ways to sneak around enemies and be smart about it, but in all honesty, using the cloak watch is actually a great way of sneaking past enemies, other than disguising, because they cannot see you at all. Another problem that the Dead Ringer has is that it needs to be recharged before it can be used again. Once you feign your death and you decloak, you'll have to wait until that meter is fully charged to be able to use the Dead Ringer again, and that really can be a pain, especially if you're somebody like me who just watches that video going, "Oh, come on, charge!" Where was I? But yeah, it needs to be recharged before it can be used again. This can be sped up by picking up ammo boxes, but you also get 35% less cloak from ammo boxes. And also, don't always expect it to work. There are smart players, and if you do something that's incredibly obvious that you're a Dead Ringer, they're just going to know, and they're going to hunt you down to where they think you ran off to. And then my last point about the disadvantages of the Dead Ringer is the loud and obnoxious decloak sound. It's not super loud, but it's really a distinct noise, like, really distinct. There's not really many other noises like it in TF2, and any semi-skilled TF2 player, or just knows knowledge about the game, knows what that noise is. If they hear that noise, they know it's a Dead Ringer. And they can also use it to track you, if they have headphones on and they can hear where it came from. So make sure you're a fair distance away, not like they can hear you across the map or anything, just a fair distance away so that they won't be able to hear you, or if they do hear you, have a place that you can use to escape quickly before they manage to reach you. So now let's talk about using the Dead Ringer to get away. You're not necessarily trying to fool them, but you're trying to use it to get away from the enemy. Now, one thing to note here is that certain things can be seen even while you're invisible. You may have afterburn immunity, but as you can see here, with the help of another spy main, I've demonstrated the fact that even though you do have afterburn immunity, the flames still can be seen when you are invisible, if the pyro hits you, so be aware of that, and pyros can use that to track you. Here though is a good example of how to get away from a pyro's flames. I flamethrower him, I see his flames, I can hear the noise, I see him walking in that way, I think he's down there, and it turns out he went around back around. Because remember, the last time the pyro saw the flame, you got hit by the pyro, that's the last time he saw you. If he hits you again, then you're going to have to change your direction. And that's exactly what he did. There are also other few things we'll show. For example, if I hit him with a critical hit, the critical hit thing will go above his head for some reason as he moves. It's a bit weird, but just be aware of that and keep those things in mind. Also, disguise smoke will show. If you're still disguising in your Dead Ringer triggers, that will also show. But what if you're intending to use the dead ringer to, as I said before, give the enemy a false sense of security, to actually trick them into thinking you're dead? Now, what you want to avoid doing, making it that your dead ringer gets triggered in the first hit. A lot of people will find it pretty obvious if you die in one hit from something that really shouldn't kill you in one hit. If it's a critical hit, then it's more believable, obviously, but you want to be very careful about doing it. For example, here's a moment when I kind of unintentionally tricked a medic. So I was a spy, and of course, like I usually am, and I got chased down by a medic. He hit me with his bone saw, and my dead ringer didn't trigger because I failed to trick stab him. He hit me again, and I dead ringered. And he believed my death so much, he believed it was real, to the point where he actually used the laughing taunt. He used to taunt when I dead ringered. So then I did cloak behind him and stab him, and yeah. And there was also another medic who just like watched the whole thing unfold, didn't try to stop it. He's a good guy, it was pretty funny, so he let it happen. But when tricking people, just be aware, don't die in the first hit, die with something that looks like it would kill you. And also be aware that other spies, can see your health. So if they shoot you with your revolver and that you're in full health, then it's pretty obvious that you're not dead, you're still alive. And as a spy man, that's the thing that I keep in mind. If I shoot someone with my revolver and they die instantly, it's pretty obvious they're a dead ringer. So a few more statistics for the dead ringer, just to make sure you know enough about it. The hit that triggers the dead ringer has a 75% damage reduction guaranteed, and some of its status effects may be removed, such as Mad Milk and Girardi, Bleed, and you'll also be extinguished. And then you'll get 65 to 25% damage reduction while the cloak is active, depending on how much cloak you have left. And the duration of the cloak is 7 seconds in maximum, unless you have the Latron J equipped, to which it will be 8.2 seconds. And the time it takes to recharge without the help of ammo boxes or anything else is 20 seconds. So thank you for watching my tutorial on the dead ringer. Hopefully this helped, and I'll see you, whoever you are, in the next video. Goodbye.